Imagine waking up one morning to find the world drained of all color. No more vibrant blue skies, no more lush green trees, no more red roses. Instead, everything exists in shades of black, white, and gray. At first, it feels like stepping into an old film, but soon, reality sets in. This isn't temporary. This is how the world is now. Scientists scramble to understand the phenomenon. Some believe it's a biological shift, a sudden evolution in human vision. Others suspect a global environmental event, like a change in atmospheric light filtering. But the most chilling theory suggests this isn't new at all. What if we were always meant to see the world this way, and color was just a glitch in our perception? To understand our new reality, scientists turn to the only creatures already living this way: dogs. Contrary to popular belief, dogs don't see in pure black and white. They see the world in muted shades of blue and yellow. Their vision is optimized for motion detection and night vision rather than rich colors. In this grayscale existence, humans begin to experience the world as dogs do. Reds and greens disappear, blending into a uniform shade of gray. A bright red apple now looks the same as a dull green pear. Stoplights lose their meaning, and ripe fruits become indistinguishable from unripe ones. The most significant change? A newfound reliance on contrast, brightness, and movement. The human brain is wired to interpret color. It plays a crucial role in memory, decision-making, and even emotion. With the sudden loss of color, people begin experiencing strange psychological effects. Some suffer from heightened anxiety, as they can no longer distinguish between familiar objects at a glance. Others report an eerie sense of detachment, as if the world feels less real without its vibrant hues. Artists struggle the most. Paintings lose their meaning. Fashion industries collapse overnight. Even digital screens become nearly useless as UI elements designed with color cues are now unreadable. The world of entertainment, movies, video games, advertisements, has to be reimagined. As panic spreads, so does misinformation. Social media is flooded with conspiracies. Was this a secret government experiment? An attack? A punishment? Some believe color was a lie all along, an illusion forced upon us. Extremist groups emerge, rejecting any effort to restore color, claiming this is the true way to see the world. In the medical field, doctors notice changes in how people interact. Without color, food becomes less appealing, leading to a rise in malnutrition. People struggle with personal hygiene, unable to see subtle changes in their skin indicating illness or infection. Fashion becomes purely about texture and pattern rather than color coordination. Researchers work tirelessly to develop a solution. Some attempt to genetically modify human eyes to restore color perception. Others create wearable devices that digitally simulate color in real time. But the most promising innovation? A neural implant that directly feeds color data into the brain. The first human trials are met with mixed results. Some participants experience a euphoric return to color, while others suffer sensory overload, unable to process the world in its full spectrum again. Some even refuse the implants, arguing that after adapting to a grayscale life, color feels wrong. With color gone, humans turn to other senses for expression. Music becomes more important than ever, with people describing sound in ways they once described color. Textures, shapes, and movement replace traditional visual aesthetics. Architecture shifts toward high-contrast patterns and lighting effects that create an illusion of depth. Interestingly, people report that their sense of smell has improved, much like dogs. They begin to navigate their environments based on scent, recognizing people, places, and even emotions through olfactory signals. Perfumes and scents become a new form of artistic expression. For decades, colorblind individuals were seen as having a deficiency, but now, they are at the forefront of adaptation. Many colorblind people were already accustomed to distinguishing objects by contrast and brightness rather than hue. They become teachers, guiding those who struggle to function in this new world. Ironically, industries that previously rejected colorblind workers, such as design and aviation, now turn to them for insight. Pilots, for example, find that without color distractions, they can focus better on instrument readings and movement detection. As scientists develop expensive treatments to restore color vision, a new divide emerges. Only the wealthy can afford the technology, creating a class of color elites who can see the world in its original spectrum while the rest of society remains trapped in grayscale. This leads to unrest, with protests erupting worldwide. People argue that color is a fundamental human right. Some even resort to underground surgeries and black market implants. But many of these unregulated procedures go horribly wrong, leading to hallucinations and permanent blindness. As years pass, humanity adapts. People born into this world never know what they've lost, and to them, grayscale is normal. Without the distraction of color, new technologies emerge that utilize other senses in ways never before imagined. Virtual reality evolves to focus on depth, contrast, and sound. Medicine advances as doctors use ultraviolet and infrared imaging to diagnose conditions invisible to the naked eye. Even relationships change. People no longer fall for someone's eyes, but instead value voice, scent, and movement. For some, the loss of color is still mourned. But for others, it is a rebirth. One day, deep in a hidden research lab, a scientist makes a shocking discovery. Using experimental imaging, they find evidence suggesting that humans were never meant to see in full color. Ancient fossils of early humans indicate a different structure in the eye, one that suggests they once saw the world in a limited spectrum. Did we evolve to see color artificially? Was it a side effect of something greater? Or more terrifyingly, what if something didn't want us to see the world as it really was? And now, with color gone, we are finally seeing things as they were meant to be. Would you take the chance to restore your color vision? Or would you accept the truth and live in the grayscale reality?